different. So I think that's different. And I think what now is being different is, I'm not on a, and I've never been, but I think people are starting to see it, is that I'm not just on the man bandwagon, that I'm just not jumping on and saying, whatever the man says, it must be true. Truth is truth. It's not relative to a gender. And so that's what I'm on. I'm on truth. I'm on transparency. And I just want to have honest conversations. So I think this makes me different. I see a lot of women in this space that just will make videos, just the man is right, the man is right, the man is right. I mean, that's cool, but sometimes they're wrong. And it's okay to say that. But it gets scary because once you disagree, or they see you out of pocket, or they see you not in what they think that you need to be, then you get this. And at this point, I'm embracing it. You call me what you want, but I'm not shutting the hell up.
All right. So again, let's talk about this for a second here. So it goes back to intentions, right? I think a lot of people that are claiming to be intentional are full of shit. Okay, 99. If you use that word, including myself, 99% of the time you're not intentional. You're not. Okay, you're capping big time, right? But maybe not intentionally too, right? A lot of people are capping, not intentionally. It's the word intentions for me. Intentions, boundaries, all these different buzzwords we throw around that are disconnected from our actions. The actions speak louder. The greatest truth ever. I disagree with that truth is truth. No, truth is not truth. I know, right? By those words, exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with those statements. In action, truth is not truth. Most people that are claiming to be telling the truth are full of shit. They're telling their own version of the truth. Their own version of the truth is a function of how they were raised, their culture, their religion, who they are, personalities, how they feel, right? But yet, they're all running around. You see two people in an argument, they're arguing with each other, and one says, but that's the truth, and the other one says, that's the truth. You see what I mean? Truth is not truth. These are just different versions of truth all over the place, right? But I agree with her that I've watched her on the Lapif network, and she is consistent. I could see, like a lot of people, obviously when she was, she's advocating for men, she's, she want to make sure that the men are safe. I can appreciate that. You listen to 2 episodes, you're like, I like her. If you're full of shit yourself, you're like, I like her, but you haven't heard when she pushes back against you, and then suddenly she's a chameleon. No, you're full of shit. She's not a chameleon. She's exactly what she is, a woman. And sometimes she will disagree with you. You got a problem with that? That's your problem. That's your problem. We got to face that. Right. Now, she been guilty of sometimes, we've all been guilty of that. Sometimes you feel, because I caught myself a few times. I'm like, I disagree with that, but I'm not speaking up. It's not a woman thing. It's not a pick me thing, right? Sometimes you're like, okay, I want to make sure I listen to what these people are saying, but then eventually you find yourself you're about to be pondering. You're about to be pondering. Okay, in reality, you disagree, right? So for me personally, I am an active listener. I like to listen to what people are saying, like to connect what I'm saying with what they're saying. But that can come off as pandering, right? But eventually, the true colors, the real truth shows up as results. Truth is a function of time and results. Everything else, including your words, is bullshit, all right? Everything else, including our words. Our words are powerful, don't get me wrong. Words have meanings and they're powerful, but only to a certain extent. I have to match that with your action, right? Over time, not just your action today. Like when people say feminine man, bullshit. Sometimes you may be in your feminine energy. It's okay, right? But if you're across board, you're feminine, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's only wrong if you're not aware and you're not trying to force something down the societies, and these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. Throat, right? It's wrong when a wrong result is created. You can't claim that it's wrong until a wrong type of result is created. How do you see results? It's a function of time. You have to wait long enough, right?
So I think that's different. And I think what now is being different is, I'm not on a, and I've never been, but
she says she's never been. In the beginning, it came off that way, but that's again, men not listening long enough, right? In the beginning, it was a short period of time. You couldn't possibly know a person, actually ever, even if you're married to them. You'll continue to know them on a regular basis, right? How much more you don't even know this person really in reality. You don't know them. You don't know what they stand like. You don't know their posture. You only see the head on a YouTube video, right? But a lot of men, because they liked what she said in the beginning, then they start to say chameleon. Like, no, let's slow down on the chameleon thing. Like everything else, we overdo it. Black people, Nigerian people, we overdo everything. Slow down. Once everybody's using the terminology, you start running with it. You don't even process what you're saying, right?
I think people are starting to see it is that I'm not just on the man bandwagon, that I'm just not jumping on and saying whatever the man says, it must be true.
No, that's false by default. Before we even start to process that, whatever a man says is true, says who. Whatever a particular place is true. No, it's not. It could be true, but it's not always true. If it was like that, then that person becomes a god. All we have to do is worship that person, right? But clearly that's not the case, right? It's not the case.
Truth is truth. It's not relative to a gender. And so that's what I'm on. I'm on truth. I'm on transparency. And
so truth is not relative to a gender. That complete sentence is right. It's correct. It's true, right? But truth is truth by itself? No, absolutely not. I need context. When you tell me that's the truth, I need context. When you say, but this is the truth, I need context. Based on what moral values? Based on what moral standards? What's your religion? Well, how are you raised? Oh, okay. In my religion, that is not true right there, right? The only thing that's true is that 1 is a 1 and 0 is a 0. And that's only true within the context of computer engineering. That's my background.
I just want to have honest conversations. So I think this makes me different. I see a lot of women in this space that just will make videos, just the man is right, the man is right, the man is right. I mean, that's cool, but sometimes they're wrong.
I've seen those women too. I don't fault them. I think they don't know any better, but I've seen them. Like, I've listened to long enough video and it just seems like they're pandering to men. Eventually, time will tell, right? The true colors comes out regardless, right? And it doesn't mean they were wrong. Again, if you don't listen long enough, you don't know people. You just don't know people. You don't know people, right?
And it's okay to say that, but it gets scary because once you disagree, or they see you out of pocket, or they see.
She's speaking to the men now. If a lot of the men in the manosphere space, you disagree with them, is war, and that's sad. But again, not really, because again, it's a bunch of little boys following gurus, and it's bullshit. So I don't really bother about that. Protect yourself. Again, when you're standing up for people, like you're pandering to men, or you're standing up for men, you're advocating for men, just be aware that the next time you push against something that's just not true, yes, it's gonna come back with some war, right? That's sad, because we want men to be able to think straight and know what I'm saying right now, but that's also terrible expectations. There's a lot of little people on the internet that looks like regular humans in real life. There's a bunch of weird people on the internet. It's okay. It's whatever, man.
You're not in what they think that you need to be, then you get this.
Then they call you the chameleon, right? Then it becomes a matter of the chameleon. But You get the gist, right? Just be guarded when you're on the internet. The internet is full of all types of people. So maybe I should slow down on saying weird people. But we all have our own little weirdness. But it gets weird on the internet, especially in the echo chambers. But like this place can easily become an echo chamber because I'm just the one talking, right? But I try my best. I try my best. I do try my best.